Hello everyone. Through this video, we are going to discuss about question number 13 and question 14 of exercise 2.2. So here are the questions. Let us have a look at question number 13. While dealing with the problem sums of this exercise, one thing we should always keep in our mind, and that is what? The result, the answer, what is to be evaluated. The term which is to be evaluated in this type of problem sums, that has to be assumed as the variable. The unknown variable of the question, that is to be the unknown variable of the equation that is to be formed in this question. So in question number 13, what it says, a rational number is such that when you multiply it by 5 by 2 and add 2 by 3 to the product, you get minus 7 by 12. What is the number? So the number to be found out should be assumed as x in this case. X or y or a, any letter you can assume, but usually we consider x, y, z, a, b, c, these letters. So in this case, the rational number we are going to assume as x. After this assumption, what is to be done? When you multiply it by 5 by 2, that means it has to be multiplied by 5 by 2. Result comes as 5x by 2. After that, we are to add 2 by 3 to the product. So the product obtained was what? 5x by 2. 5x by 2. And to this product, we are to add 2 by 3 as mentioned in the question. When we perform this addition, our result comes as, what is the result? The product we get to be minus 7 by 12. So result comes as minus 7 by 12. What is the number? So we have to find out what is the value of x here. Now let us check what steps to be followed here. Let's first erase all, then after moving to the next part. So here are the steps to be followed. The first step is what? To assume the number as x. Okay, the number we had assumed as x. The second step is what? To multiply x by 5 by 2 to get the result 5x by 2. This I have already explained to you. So I get here 5 by 2 to be multiplied to x, and the result comes as 5x by 2. Then after the third step is what? To add 2 by 3 to 5x by 2. Okay, so to this product, what do we have to do in the third step? We are to add 2 by 3 to this particular product. To 5x by 2 we are to add 2 by 3. Then after, to get equation involving x and to solve it. So here in this case, in this particular step 4, we have to do what? 5x by 2 plus 2 by 3 is the already obtained result. Value of this particular expression we got to be minus 7 by 12. So this is the equation which we have to solve. Now let us check how can it be solved. Erasing all. Moving on to the next part. So here goes the solution. we considered the rational number to be x, which is already explained to you all. Then after, the condition obtained is this. The first term is 5x by 2. This is product of 5 by 2 and x, to which we are to add 2 by 3 according to question, and the result comes as minus 7 by 12. So this is the equation we got here. Now the first and foremost thing that we have to notice here is what? We have to make the term 5x by 2 independent of the term which is added to it. That means in this type of questions, when you have to solve a linear equation in one variable, we always keep the variable alone in one side. We find the variable x here on the left hand side. So we are going to keep this term, 5x by 2, because this is the term involving x. We are to keep this term alone on the left hand side, and we have to remove 2 by 3 from this part. How can it be removed? Of course, you have to subtract 2 by 3 from both the sides. So here in this case, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 I had already written. So 2 by 3 got cancelled. That is equal to minus 7 by 12 minus 2 by 3. We already know that in one side, if you are subtracting any term from the other side also, the same term should be subtracted. Otherwise, the equality will remain imbalanced. Now, after cancellation of plus 2 by 3 and minus 2 by 3 on the left hand side, what is left on left hand side? This term is left behind, that is 5x by 2. On the other side, on the right hand side, what is left now? We are getting the terms minus 7 by 12, then after minus 2 by 3. There is only one way out in our hand to simplify this. That is what? To take LCM. What is the LCM of 12 and 3? We know that both in 12 and 3, the common factor is 3. So both the terms could be divided by 3. So while dividing both the terms by 3, what do we get? 3 4 are 12, and on the other part 3 1 are 3. So now these terms cannot be further simplified, because 1 cannot be simplified further. That is why let's keep it in this way only. While finding out the LCM, what do we get? LCM will be equal to 3 into 4 into 1. So what result do we get? Of course it is 12. So 12 is the LCM here. Then after finding out 12 as the LCM, 12 1s are 12, am I right? So 1 will be getting multiplied to this minus 7. So minus 7 only we shall be getting back, followed by this minus sign. Then again 3 4 are 12. So 4 will be getting multiplied with this 2, resulting into 8. So what do we get? Minus 15 by 12. So that's the result to be obtained on the right hand side after taking LCM. Let's erase all. Then after, let us look at this step. So initially here in this part, we are getting what? 5x by 2, that is equal to minus 15 by 12. So of course we can perform cross multiplication. I think cross multiplication is known to all of you. So these two terms will have to be multiplied. 5x will be getting multiplied with 12. That is again equal to, these two terms will be getting multiplied. Minus 15 into 2. After that, what result do we get? 5 12 ja. It is 60x. 60x equals to, we get minus 30. That's what is obtained here. 60x equals to minus 30. That will imply x equals to, now see here in this case we are getting 60x equals to minus 30. So to make x independent of 60, what do we have to do? Since 60 is multiplied with x, to remove this 60, we have to divide both the sides by 60. Then only on the left hand side, 60 will be getting cancelled with the 60 in the denominator part. I mean to say 60x by 60 is equal to minus 30 divided by 60. So 60 got cancelled, 0 got cancelled, then 3 2 ja 6, so 1 above, and we got here x to be equals to minus 1 by 2, and that is the required value for x, and the value is minus half, and that is how we have to solve this question. Let's erase all. Then coming to the next question. So here is question number 14 of this exercise. Let us go through the question first. Lakshmi is a cashier in a bank. She has currency notes of denominations of rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10 respectively. So what does the first line of this question says? That the lady is a cashier in a bank. She has currency notes, means some notes she is having in her hand. Some of these are of rupees 100, some are rupees 50 and some are rupees 10 respectively. The ratio of the number of notes is 2:3:5. The total cash with Lakshmi is rupees 4 lakhs. That means total amount of money, whatever amount of money she is having for all these notes is rupees 4 lakhs. How many notes of each denominations does she have? So we are asked to find out what? How many notes of rupees 100, then after rupees 50 and rupees 10 the lady is having with her. Now, normally in problem sums, whenever we are having ratio in our hand, that is the best way to take for assumption. It is already mentioned that the ratio of the number of notes is 2:3:5. So we can consider rupees 100, number of rupees 100 notes to be twice x. Then that for rupees 50 as, of course, thrice x, because the middle term in the ratio is 3, and that for rupees 10 as 5x. Am I right? So these are the three quantities. This first quantity refers to the number of rupees 100 notes. Number of notes. Okay. Number of notes. It may be like 1000 also, 2000 also. Number of notes she is having. Okay. Then thrice x is the number of 50 rupees notes. And here in this case 5x is the number of 10 rupees notes. So these are the three numbers she is having with her. Now the total cash with Lakshmi is rupees 4 lakhs. But before that, I would like to explain to you one more thing. That is what? If suppose I am having 5 notes of rupees 100. So from this, if I want to calculate the total amount of money I am having with me, what will be the amount? How to calculate it? So amount from this will be what? Amount of money that that I am having in my hand when there are 500 rupees notes are there with me. So total amount will be what? This 100 rupees should be multiplied by 5. Then in total I shall be having rupees 500. Am I right? So rupees 500 is there with me. Now in the next step, what do we have to do? We have to convert this twice x, thrice x and 5x into their corresponding amounts of money. That means if suppose the lady is having twice x numbers of rupees 100 notes, what is the amount of money she is having for rupees 100? That we have to calculate. Like in this case, I had rupees 100 notes in my hand and the number of notes is 5. In that case, the amount of money whatever I am having with me is 100 into 5. Now in this case, if this 5 is replaced by twice x, because the lady is having twice x number of notes, I mean 100 rupees notes with her. So 5 can be replaced by twice x. So if I replace this 5 by twice x, then what is the amount of money she will be having? Of course 100 is to be multiplied by twice x. Am I right? Twice x. Similarly, what is the amount of money she is having for rupees 550? It is thrice x into 50. That will give us the amount of money that she is going to get out of 50 rupees notes. Same is the case with rupees 10 notes. Now let's proceed with the steps. What steps to be followed that I am going to explain next. Let's erase. Then moving on to the next page. So here are the steps. This is the first step. What is said here? The number of notes to be taken as twice x, thrice x and 5x. And this already I have explained to you. Then after, number of notes to be converted to amount of money. So 100 rupees 100 notes will be carrying an amount rupees 100 into twice x, because there are twice x numbers of rupees 100 notes. Then after, for rupees 50, it will be how many? I mean, what is the amount? Rupees 50, the amount will be 50, I mean rupees 50 into the number of notes for rupees 50 is thrice x. So these two values should be multiplied. And for rupees 10, what will it be? For rupees 10, it will be rupees 10 into 5x. This will give us the total amount of money out of these denominations, rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10. Then after, coming to the third step, to use the condition that total amount of money is rupees 4 lakhs. That means amount of money from rupees 100, then again amount of money from rupees 50, then after amount of money from rupees 10 is equal to 4 lakhs. Yes or no? 4 lakhs. So in this case, we are going to get an equation involving these amounts. So to solve the equation obtained, so this is the fourth step. We are to solve this equation to get value of x. Once we get value of x, we shall be able to find out what is twice x. That is the number of denominations 100. Then what is the value of thrice x? That will give us the value of number of 50 rupees notes, and 5x, value of 5x will give us the number of 10 rupees notes. Okay, let's look at the solution part now. So here is the solution part of question number 14. So what do we get? Let the number of rupees 100 notes be twice x, then that of rupees 50 notes thrice x, and that of rupees 10 notes we get as 5x. These three things we are getting from this ratio which is already given in the question. Now as I told you, after assuming the number of notes of each denomination like 100, 50 and 10, we have to convert each of these number of notes into amount of money. That means if we multiply 100 by this twice x, we shall be getting amount of money out of this rupees 10. Rupees 100. Then amount of money from rupees 50 notes. When I multiply thrice x with 50, I shall be getting rupees 150x, and this gives us the total amount that I am getting from rupees 50. All the rupees 50 notes, when I keep together, what is the amount of money, total amount of money I shall be getting? This is the value for it. Then amount of money from 10 rupees notes. When she will be collecting all 10 rupees notes together, this is the amount of money she is going to get out of all 10 rupees notes. After this, the total amount of money as provided in the question, as given in the question, the condition is this: total amount of money is rupees 4 lakhs. We received 200x. Let's once again have a look. So in this part, we got amount of money from rupees 100 notes as 200x. Then that for rupees 50, we got as 50 into 3 equals to 150. With it, x will be there, so 150x. And for rupees 10 notes, it is 10 into 5 will be 50x. So these three values we are going to substitute in the condition. So in this part, total amount of money is rupees 4 lakhs. So on the left hand side, we can fill it up with the quantities which we had got just now. 200x, this is the total amount of money that we receive from all 100 rupees notes. Then 150x, this is the total amount of money from rupees 50 notes. Then this is the amount of money for all 10 rupees notes. So when I sum up these three things, I shall be getting the total quantity of money to be 4 lakhs. So when I sum up these three things, it is result comes as 400x, because 200 plus 150 plus 50, the total result comes as 400x. That is equal to 4 lakhs. So to get value of x, I have to keep x alone in one side. Both the sides should be divided by 400. That is why on this side 400 divided by 400, the result will come as 1. And on this part, when 4 lakhs is divided by 400, these two zeros will get cancelled with this last two zeros of 4 lakhs, and ultimately 4 divides this 4000 to give us back 1000. So this is the 1000. This is the value for x. X is the variable which we had considered. So for x, this is the value. After this, now to determine the number of notes of each denomination. As we had considered already, the number of notes of rupees 100 is what? The ratio was 2:3:5. Am I right? The ratio was this. So the total number of rupees 100 notes was twice x. So in place of x, when I shall be putting 1000, because this is the value of x, 1000 is the value for x. So in place of x, when I put 1000, the result comes as 2000. Similarly, the number of notes of rupees 50, in place of again thrice x, this gives us the value thrice x. So in place of x, again I am putting value 1000, and this will give us the result 3000. Similarly, the number of notes of rupees 10 will be 5 into 1000, because it is 5x. 5x, so x will be what? 1000. So when you put value 1000 here in place of x, you get 5 into 1000 equals to 5000. So these three are the required answer of this question. So that's all. Here we discussed these two questions, question number 13 and 14 of exercise 2.2. In my next video, I shall bring the solutions of the remaining questions of this exercise for you all. Thank you.